Hello? Oh, my mic is constantly picking up sound.
Hello? Hello? Venus? Okay, you can sort of push to talk. You sound amazing.
Wait, what is the... Hello? Do I actually,
Hello?
or are you, are you trolling?
Wait, wait, am I loud?
Yeah, kinda. I don't know if you can adjust, like,
Yeah, you're
individual
loud too.
volume.
I think you can. Here, we can both go to back and go to options. I'll be right back.
I don't think you have to back out.
Oh wait, you can do it here. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, say something. Don't be
Something?
shy. Okay, how am I?
I mean, I think it's okay. I mean,
Testing.
I can just adjust your, like, the voice chat. So, it's pretty good.
And your microphone's set to the right thing? Someone said you
Does
sound
it
like a tin
sound...
can.
It doesn't sound good? Hold on, let
I
me
think it
see.
sounds okay. I think you have an incredible voice. Like you could be a radio host.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
But you know how I could tell you the fact?
Sorry, what did you say? It
You
cut out there.
you were a camless streamer for years, right?
Yeah.
So you know you have an incredible voice because people showed up for the voice.
I mean, is it... Yeah, let's go with that one.
All right, are you ready to start?
Hold on. I'm just gonna set... I need to change the keybind.
It had nothing to do with the world records or anything. It was all the voice. No one gave a shit about that.
Man, when's the last time we played something together? It was it the Dark Pictures game?
Without a sponsor.
Yeah.
It was the. I think it was the Dark Pictures. Yeah, the Devil Inside.
All right. Well, let's do it, buddy.
All right.
You want to be the girl?
Sure. If that's what you want.
I,
If you
I
want me
don't
to be the
really.
girl, I'm locked in, dude.
Okay.
If you want to look at that, I have a more feminine voice anyway, so
You want to do the... Should I knock on your door?
it doesn't say anything for me. Just
The
ready up
door of your
is what it
stream?
says for me. Oh yeah, come on in. Oh, that. Oh,
I mean, oh, wait. Can you hear me? We don't have to share chat, but we could just do
this
this.
doesn't share chat, does it?
Yeah.
It's just...
No. We could just do the stream together. It doesn't have to share chat.
Does it work? Are we sharing viewers, or are we doubling
Yeah.
our viewer count?
Yeah.
Or is it? It worked.
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, I got it ready up. Okay. Honestly, the shared chat can just become... I feel like it can get a little... It can get, like, a bit too much sometimes. Like, it's hard to... It's hard to keep up with what's going on. Can we talk right now? I don't think so. To whoever is reading this, pardon my writing ability. Oh. My girlfriend Tess recently played our game. We couldn't help but notice the chilling similarities between one of the episodes and what happened to us. She persuaded me to write to you from my perspective as well, as it would increase the chances of the dev noticing the story. I will try to keep the information about our personal lives to a minimum. Back in our early days when we were living together, I had a job offer. which I initially thought I would have to turn down since it required me to move to another state, but Tess was adamant that I accept the offer knowing how hard I had worked for it. She was ready to move out with me. We did not have much furniture, which meant it was a one-way drive with the trailer. Job offer fake story. Fuck. Where the hell is he? Fuck, you out there?
Yeah. Honey, where are you? Oh, there you are.
All right,
The-
car's done. Shit finally looks like it's not from '03. You
Oh, there
ready
you are.
to start loading?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's knock out the heavy
Stop
stuff
squirting on me.
Right? Couch, TV, big boxes in the hall so we can balance the weight in the trailer. We'll toss in the lighter stuff last.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
2, maybe 3 hours of good light left. Should be enough time if we move quick.
Marcus, it's almost 6.
Bring on the
Yeah,
squirt.
We were supposed to leave this morning.
Yeah.
I know. Washing the car took longer than I thought. We'll make up
Dude,
time
wash
on the
my
road.
car.
I'm just gonna text Dad and see if we can leave tomorrow morning.
Tess, please don't do that.
I'm just saying, it might be easier to...
Oh, we're
Oh, I'm
already
washing.
behind. If we push it to
I'm washing,
tomorrow,
buddy.
we lose the whole day.
You sound great.
I feel like you're being sarcastic every time you say
No,
that.
If
I
that
mean,
makes
no,
you feel better.
I mean,
but
your
I know
guys-
what he's going to say.
Oh.
Your guy's talking.
Okay.
I need to text Dad. One sec. We were in a long. We were about to enter. What the? Do you see that?
Yeah. How's the game running for you? I feel like it's a little.
Good.
It's good. Okay, that's
I
good.
think.
I feel like
Do you
mine's a
sync
little
on?
scuffed. I don't know. I'm gonna check my settings.
I got VSync on.
Yeah, I think that might have helped a bit. I don't know. The 5090 isn't good enough. All right, so what are we doing? Using phone. Wait, how are you using your
Wait,
phone?
sorry. Yeah, tab. Wait, you have a 5090. What's your
What's my what?
the processor?
Gosh, I don't even know. I'd have to check. I can't remember. It's like one of the top
You
of
might have
line
the same
Intel
PC.
ones.
99. Oh, I have.
Yeah, I think it's like 9900 or something like that.
9950.
9950. Yeah.
That's what I have too. We have the same computer.
Damn. YouTube videos are kinda mid, but you subscribe. Okay. Thanks, man.
Do you watch any horror
He
stuff on
said
YouTube?
the painting crew is coming first thing tomorrow morning.
You're
We
talking.
need to clear everything out.
I figured he would shoot it down. All right then. Let's start with the couch in bigger boxes, then work our way to the back.
Couch. Alright, you wanna get the couch?
My audio gear's boxed up in the basement. Can't forget that.
One step at a time. Oh, watch your footing. Watch your footing. One step at a time.
What the fuck?
Don't drop it. Your head is like almost under the box. Watch the door. Watch the door.
I'm a repo expert, man. What is this that
Nice.
we're
The door
moving?
behind you. This is audio stuff. Thread the needle.
Dude, how are we even gonna fit
I
all
think
this?
we're going in the trunk.
Are we?
Release.
I don't know about this one,
Looks
buddy.
good to me. Well, it said move.
Let's.
Like,
No, I don't. Maybe in the back seat. How are we gonna get it in there?
one step at a time. Here, okay, that looks good.
This is so scuffed. What are we fucking doing, dude?
I can't reach the door. Fuck it, let's go get the couch.
Marcus.
Marcus.
Oh wait, we're putting it in the
Hey,
truck.
will help?
Don't lift it like that. You'll hurt your
Don't
back.
like that.
I wasn't trying to lift it like anything. I just can't move it.
Okay. Grab that end.
Wait, can we get it through this doorway?
Oh yeah, just squish it.
The door. I think we need to get the door the other direction. Can we?
Here, let's take it up front. Let's take it the front door. Take it the front door.
Wait,
This is
hold
what it
on,
would
hold
be
on.
Like if we had a streamer head.
Oh, it only opens one way. Okay.
Oh, this one's good. This one's good.
I don't think I can fit through there, chat. Yeah. This is where we're supposed to go.
Have you ever done stuff like this?
Yeah.
Wait, billionaire streamer didn't hire movers.
Well, I mean, I didn't like. I have moved stuff before, like, but yeah, I
Yeah.
obviously used move. Oh.
I hate thinking that people made you lift a finger. I don't like you working too hard. Okay, you don't have to drop the couch.
I was just. Okay, wait. Okay, this is this.
Okay, I see what's happening. Never mind. I thought you were doing that on purpose. Okay. One step at a time.
Doing great, bud.
This is a nice couch.
All right, looks good.
Sick.
Now, this is a banger horror game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says "Do not drop" on the box.
Yeah. Moving is actually one of the most horrible things that a human can go through, though.
All right, what else do we need? Is it in our like phone? Does it say? Yeah, spray me
Not the
down.
Squirter.
Yeah, squirt.
That's right. Gargle it, gargle it. Okay, alright,
All right, one down. Let's keep it moving.
What are you doing? Putting you in Studio B. You'd be shadowing Dax. Alright. I don't know what else we need to move. Damn, Tessa. Whoa! Whoa! Yo, Bach. What's up,
Nice,
buddy?
dude. Nice! You already breaking the game?
Yeah. Oh shit, I'm up above, dude.
Yeah, I did the TV at you. I guess it clipped you. Freddy Krueger's on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah. Can I jump on him?
Yo, you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to happen sometime, bro.
I thought you two were supposed to leave this morning, though.
Ran a little behind. We're almost ready. You know how mornings go.
Fair enough. How much more you got?
Almost done. Just started the loading.
You guys good? Excited?
No.
Yeah, ready to go, bro. Just want to get moving at this point. It's getting late.
Yo, last night was fun, man.
Yo!
Gotta do that again.
100%.
Yeah.
Next time we're back.
Alright.
Yo!
You two need
Yeah,
a hand with
bro.
anything?
Make a
We're
tower.
fine. Thanks, though.
Okay. I was
Hey.
just running to Alice's. Peace out, homie.
Peace.
I'll miss you too.
Alright, what else do we need to move?
The strats.
Oh, yeah.
Here, you throw them out here. I'll bring them to the car.
Another box? Oh, there's a... Oh, there's a door in the basement.
Anything else? Marcus. Marcus.
No network. Tessa?
Marcus. Oh, there you are.
Hey, buddy. There's a door in the basement. I actually get no reception downstairs. I tried texting you.
Shit, this is getting too real.
Yeah. Can't go in though. What if there's something evil down there?
There probably is. Have you ever had a home break-in?
No. I fucking hope I don't.
Okay. Nothing scary's ever happened to you? Like, did anyone ever show up outside your house or anything? Any crazy plans?
No. No. Man. Wow, you're on cam. Why is there... Oh, if you hold right click, you can see the packages. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh.
Our neighbor walked in our house. Yeah, that was fucking weird. But,
I've had homeless people snoop around my yard before.
oh, damn. Oh,
Yeah.
damn, we
Oh,
sorted that
well done.
fast. Alright.
You drive. Holy shit.
watch the fucking road, buddy.
That's
Yeah,
everything.
Jesus.
Okay.
We gotta attach it.
Whew.
Still a suitcase in the garage. I'll grab it and toss it in the trunk.
Okay.
Where's the bag with our passports and documents?
Already in the trunk.
How are you doing that?
You put it in there?
This morning.
Are you doing that on
Good.
purpose?
Okay.
Wait, what am I
I'll
doing?
get the suitcase.
You're a little twisted up.
Maybe I can untwist myself? Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
All right, I'm gonna fucking look for this suitcase. Where did he say it was? Where did he say? Oh wait, can we right click to see this? Oh, you have the suitcase. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's everything. We're good to go.
Hmm.
What's
What's
going
wrong?
on with you?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Boo.
You've been off. Don't tell me it's nothing.
Can we just go?
Is this about yesterday? Tess,
I said I'm fine, Marcus.
look, I already told you. What I said at Jake's came out wrong. That's not how I meant it. I need you to talk to me.
There's nothing to talk about right now.
Is it the move? Because if it is, listen, you don't have to come. It's my job, it's my thing. If you're not ready,
Stop.
I'm serious. It's not too late to.
I said stop.
Then what is it?
Can it just not be right now?
But it goes on, it's life and
Okay.
it's bad with this. I want to figure out when I'll ever feel happiness. Cause after that period of
Damn, this thing.
Watch the guy!
thought that my
What guy?
He's dead now.
I don't even,
think
dude.
we're
I
hitched.
don't know where I'm going, man. Oh right, we need the
Right
trailer,
back.
don't we? Can I hit this guy?
I think so. Watch the guy.
He's
He's
moving
pushing
us.
Stop pushing us!
Oh god.
Dude, it's Superman. Holy here, does one of us need to attach this? Sec. Back into it? Yeah, you need to park it a little closer. Back it up.
I can't get any closer.
No, you need. Okay, go forward and then go. Bring it closer to the curb. Yeah, yeah. Okay, no, you almost. Okay, wait. We got
Oh.
it. We got it. We got it.
Nice.
Hey, fuck you.
We made good time on the loading. Better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I can't drive.
Rip on it. Oh wait, maybe I need to unattach the something. Sec. Just give it all you got.
I'm giving it all I got. Oh.
Okay, come back. I unhooked it. Betsy, all right. I rehooked.
Dude, I can't move. Here, do you want to try?
Sure.
Why does it work for you? What the fuck? All right. Well, that worked.
It's a standard. You were thinking it was automatic. Holy shit! The controls like shit with this thing on there.
Oh shit! I just realized I forgot to change my YouTube title. Give me one sec.
Version. Okay, look up, up and right, up and right.
Wait, stop.
See?
Stop moving.
What? You let someone hitchhiker in?
Do you think I can ride on the top of the car? Hold on.
Sure.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. I gotta fix my YouTube. Give me one sec. Stay right here.
Okay. I think we're holding up traffic.
All right.
Yeah, I need a day off for a week, but even when I get it, man, I still feel
Oh,
the
what the hell?
rest and I don't feel awake and it don't let the sound of my voice.
Should be about 4 hours from
The
here.
passenger
Traffic's-
Wait, let me
princess.
get the front.
You hungry? We can stop somewhere after we hit the state line.
Yeah, this is.
I'm okay.
I still don't drive, so this would be more like real life.
This is not the first time we've drove together. Wait, should I have taken the exit?
Here, give Chad a rendition of the last time we drove together.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold up.
Cut it. This is DJ Dashy Dash. You are listening to Z103, and I am not playing with y'all right now. We got a situation. National Weather Service, yo, shout out to the weather people, real ones, saying we got winds north of Portland hitting 60, 70 miles per hour, bro. The trees are losing the fight. I'm talking about the trees did not sign up for this. So if you're out there driving right now, wide open, go home, hit the U-turn. But if you just gotta be out, at least keep both hands on that wheel. I'm talking about both hands. Count it with me. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Put the
By the
burger
way,
down and put
the new
both
place
hands
has a
out the
decent
wheel.
kitchen apparently.
And also watch
The guy
them
said it was
bridges.
Okay,
recently done.
take the exit 5.
That wind will
Exit 5?
6 miles.
Okay,
Yeah, did you
got
like
it.
how
miles.
it
Oh,
counted?
you got the fucking GPS? What's going on?
It's nice.
Yeah.
I thought we could use the second bedroom to make an office. You know, like a real one. We'll set up your desk under the window so you can catch the morning light. I know it helps you when you're writing.
Sure.
Taking the exit.
Okay, nice.
Also, I was looking at PCs. Figured we'd get
Stay on
something
5 for
decent.
40 miles.
You were looking at PCs?
40
Yeah, nothing
miles?
Crazy. Just something good enough for both of us. Maybe some games here and there, you know.
Where are you looking at PCs?
Oh, you know, just here and there.
This is pretty chill. How'd you change the channel?
I think it's just one channel.
Oh. I thought there were. I could have sworn you changed it. Maybe
Wait,
not.
interstate is congested. Heavy traffic.
Heavy traffic?
Okay, take the exit in 0.8 miles.
Alright.
When's the last time
Excuse
you
me.
were driving on the highway?
I don't know. Not that long ago. Like 2 days ago or something.
Would you ever like drive up to Canada?
I've driven to Canada before. Yeah. It was like when I was pretty young though.
Oh. This is it. This is it.
Got it.
Whew. Okay. 22 miles.
22? Well, it said 40 before,
That's a
right?
car.
Oh. "8:08 p.m."
Thank you.
How did you end up back there?
I don't know. Stay on Old Cascade Highway for 2.7 miles.
There-
Lock in.
What does this say though? Rock Mountain Trail. You want to go there?
Let me get up front.
We could go on foot.
Okay, let's go. We're going on an adventure.
Why do I feel like this is? I don't know about this one.
Oh, this is peak.
Dude, we don't even have a flashlight.
Oh fuck! There's a flashlight in the car.
All right. I think we could probably take the car down this road.
Okay, but I'm driving.
Okay. I got the flashlight.
Okay, not bad. This thing controls like butter in a hot pan. Holy shit!
Jesus.
Okay, this actually
Did we
controls
just
like shit.
did we just lose our
it's good.
Okay.
Well, I can't see, but I assume it's good.
That help?
Yeah.
I feel like we're going like out of bounds right now.
Wait, do we have the thing? Wait,
What thing?
we do. Our moving kit.
Yeah, that thing's
I don't even have
attached
my
real
license,
good.
so I got an excuse.
Wait, is this still here?
It's like see-through.
Yeah. Dude! What the fuck?
Wait.
Get us out of here!
I can't. You want to try driving?
Yeah.
Here, you take the wheel. You're better at driving in the water, I think. Dude, get us out of here, man. Get us out.
Gotta hit the nos.
That's it.
Oh,
All right,
shit!
we're back on the road. Nice.
It's like a barricade, though, I think.
Just break through.
That's what I tried to do.
I can honk your horn if that makes you drive better.
Alright,
You like that.
I'm gonna go back in the water.
Yeah, this seems like the good route.
Oh,
back.
look at that.
All right, so stay on old casket. I'll honk your horn when we need to turn.
So where are we going? Okay. Yeah. Just honk my horn.
Marcus!
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right.
What do we do? What do we do?
We move it.
Both of us?
It's not that big.
Okay.
Between the two of us, we can shift it enough to
We
get
can
through.
shift it.
Okay.
We can shift it.
We just went through a lake. How is the tree gonna stop us? True. All right, I'm rotating. Oh, I'm hitting the tree trunk. I keep hitting the. We gotta move to the side. All right, there we go. Yeah. Pull it back. This has got to be good, right? Oh yeah,
job.
perfect.
Okay, you keep driving.
No,
You're nailing it.
you can drive. You can drive. I want to be in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to chill.
Wow. Not now. Not in the mood. my car won't move.
Maybe you have the glitch.
I think you need to have the magic touch. Yeah.
Oh wait, the trailer door is wide open. It says.
Wait. Okay. I'll go close it. And we're up. Oh,
Nice.
Jeez, you scared. I thought you were gone. You can play with the flashlight if you want back there.
Oh, it's back here.
Great. Yeah, you can keep doing that. can't see a fucking thing.
We need to stay on. Oh,
Do we need gas?
are we at a gas
There's a
station?
gas station.
I don't know. I don't.
Looks
Can you
like
see
we
gas?
Are, we're almost on empty, but I think we got enough to get there. Get off your
Okay.
phone, please.
We need to stay on this highway for half a mile.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta turn right up ahead
Okay.
on
just
Roseburg
scream
Road.
when I have to.
I think like very shortly, like right now. There you go. All right, stay on Roseburg Road for 2.6 miles.
Got it.
Hold on, I'm coming up front.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
A light on the dash came on.
What?
A light came on the dash. No, no, not now. No, it's like... we're
What?
in, we're
What?
in over our head.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to chill us out, man.
All right. All right.
Damn, you look good driving that thing.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what's going on? Are we being...
What's going on?
Oh,
I
shit.
don't know.
There's a car behind us.
Hell,
Hey,
dude.
dude.
What is this
Go
guy
around me,
doing?
you absolute fuck.
Just keep driving.
No, but the engine. The engine.
Whoa.
The smoke from the car, it's from the engine.
Oh, maybe we can stop at this motel. We should get out. We should get out. I'm getting out. Oh, I don't think we can get out, guys. Just keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Jesus. What was the deal with that guy?
For real.
Wait, so have you
Relax, bitch.
have you never
Damn.
driven before?
Oh, I used to drive a little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
I stopped.
The light. What do we do?
It could just be the hill. The engine gets hot.
So it'll go away?
Maybe once we're over the top and
This
it
engine
levels out.
sucks. Have you ever seen an engine like this?
Yeah, just the other day.
I mean, what kind of car do you drive? Like a Cybertruck? Or-
Yeah, I got a Cybertruck.
Nice. Does it have a 5090?
Mm-hmm. Is there anything we could
Crash
do
down.
here? Like, how do? Well, what are we need to fix this, right? Or do we just keep driving? I don't think there's anything here.
Oh, look at the trees. They're so bendy.
Yeah, it's a windy night.
All right, well. Back
Do we
to it.
just go? I guess. Yeah.
I guess so.
All right. What the fuck is going on? Oh shit. Hold on. Let me give you the flashlight.
Good idea. Y'all need a day off for a week. When's the last time? Okay, when's the last time you took a week off?
Oh no.
1940s?
The 40s, yeah. Dude, we have a problem.
Rip on it. Wait, maybe. What's that? I don't get now. Oh, it's stuck on a. It's stuck on a sign. Yeah, keep giving her gas. Yeah, you were wiggling it out.
But it goes on, it's life and it's backwardness. I want to figure out when I ever
I don't-
feel happiness.
I don't know if it's getting out, buddy.
Let's get some back. Put your back into it. Wait, it's almost free. It's almost free. Almost free. Push! Push!
I'm going.
Push! Push! Push this! Push!
By the time I stand up, I feel bad.
Push this! Push! It's almost there. Push!
I can't even see it.
Yeah, no, I can't. The head is upon us. Push! Push!
I'm trying.
I like how we've done like a 180 and it's still stuck. It's like-
Dude, get out. Oh,
Perfect.
oh, we're free.
Ah. Perfect. All right, we're back on the road.
Dude, those trees, holy.
Let's hope there's no more freaks out tonight.
It didn't go away. I drove a little more before we accepted the car wasn't going to fix itself. She found the only shop in the area on her GPS. Okay.
Back here.
You're gonna come up front?
Sure, sure, sure.
Is oh, it is still there. Okay. Damn, I can't even I can't even check my phone when we're stopped. Oh, there's auto repair here. Wait, maybe we can get our car fixed. Buddy?
Oh, I was playing. There's a hey, hey.
Yeah?
Oh, you're there. There's a phone game. There's a phone game.
Oh, what?
Open your phone.
Damn, I'm clicking. Holy cow. One cows per second. Wait, you can scroll down. Cow pump? We gotta make it to the end. Wait, how high does it go? I don't know if we should try to make it to the end, guys. I don't know if this is worth it. Cow factory. This is getting a little grindy. I think Bach is beating my ass right now. I'm not doing this efficiently. I need to spend my money when I get it. Cow pyramid. Oh my god. I'm getting tired. They do the same damage as your brain as gambling does? True. Dude, there's still so much left. Dude, Bach is flooring my ass. Can I press E? Oh. Why am I doing this? You know what, I think I want to go explore. I can't do it. Bach, oh my god, it goes to... You know what, I can't. I'll let Bach keep... I'm gonna eat a snack. You're doing it, buddy. Keep it up.
Moo!
Oh, bank. I'm gonna take this time to eat some snacks. Does it generate money when you're not? My hand was getting tired. Oh, what is this? Does anybody even work here? Yo, I'm the new employee. Did you do it? What's up? How much further you got?
Takes fucking forever.
You gonna go for the 100 trillion, bro?
No, I think I'm finished.
Yeah.
It goes too much. Hey, do you have any cigarettes?
Let me check.
Did you kill?
We got Marlboro.
No, I don't like Marlboro.
Oh, okay. That's all we got.
Do you have cow clicker?
Yeah.
Do you have cow clicker points? Hello?
Hello?
There's
Anyone here?
no one
What the
here.
fuck is this? Is that a chainsaw?
Anybody here? Ooh, the sign says open. Someone's gotta be around here.
Well, you want to go say hi to Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
Are you playing more Cow Clicker?
No, I was just checking my tax.
Okay, yeah.
This place smells weird.
Holy shit, bro! I just fucking paused my game by accident. My God.
I watched your
Howdy
guys'
do.
fucking head go to
I'm
the
afraid
sky.
the pumps are all dry tonight. Expecting a tanker in the morning, though.
Holy shit. Car needs fixing.
Look, we were driving, and a red light came on the car dash about 20 minutes back. We were hoping someone here could take a look.
Temperature light?
Maybe. I honestly couldn't tell you.
You folks ain't from around here, huh?
You can answer. He's fucking
No, we were just
he's cow
passing
clicking.
through.
Smart.
Why'd you ask?
No reason. Just don't see a lot of
What? Of what? Of what? Of
Well,
what? Say it.
nothing.
Say it.
Scratch Creek's a long way from anywhere you could have been headed.
Don't take that, Marcus.
Alrighty. I'll come take a look at that car for you.
Cool.
Of
We
what?
pulled in the front. I'll show you.
I don't like the way he's holding that saw.
Yeah.
Do you think he plays cow clicker?
Probably.
Hell, where's my manners? My name's Harold. Harold Sweeney. Y'all can just call me Harry, though. Only Mama calls me Harold.
Marcus. This is my
Talking like
girlfriend,
Jason,
Tessa.
dude.
Y'all are together.
You don't talk about your
Yeah,
mama?
you never seen a fucking... What? Say it!
Interesting match. Brave of you, really. Don't see many girls willing to step outside their circle.
What, you never seen it in a
Is he being racist? What the fuck?
You piece of shit. Keep walking.
By the way, just so you know, didn't mean to scare you back there. I was just doing some scraping work.
Scraping work.
Keep walking, fuck face.
He's gonna fix this right up.
Yep. Come on, fix it.
Alrighty. Let's see what's going on here. So, tell me, how two people different as you get together?
This fucking guy.
I'm not sure I follow. What are you trying to say?
I mean, I was just curious, is all. I think it's interesting, really. Just not the kind of thing you run into here. Think I found the problem. But
What is it?
just a second. Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's a nice angle from right here.
I think I can help you out.
Ah!
Thank you so much. So, what is it?
Yeah, looks like a coolant leak. You can see it puddling up under the car. I could see it dripping from the radiator hose. The clamp may have gone bad, but could be the hose itself. Either of you notice anything before it died on you?
Yeah, I think it started struggling on the hill. The engine got really hot all of a sudden.
Yep, that lines up. Alrighty,
Hey!
I'll get you back on the road.
Who's this guy?
Get on up here.
Yes, boss. Y'all stay
Hey,
right
hey.
here.
Hey, bud. We're going in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think they know.
I'm hiding. I think they know. They're talking.
Can't hear a word they're saying.
Are you outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I took another look.
I don't know why this
We
game is
can't
running like
fix the
such a
car.
mess.
Hold on, you said you could take care of it.
Yeah, the engine's in worse shape than I thought. It looks like the head gasket is about to go out.
Alright, sorry, I
Whole
was
thing's
closing some stuff
kinda
on my
messed up.
PC. Figured that might help.
But you said you had the parts.
We don't. Not for this. Not tonight.
Damn, man. What are we going to do in the middle of nowhere? Damn, man. What are we going to do
Damn,
in the middle
man.
of nowhere?
It'll be all right, folks. Buck is gonna call his old pal Bill.
Buck?
He used to be a mechanic here, but retired a few years back. Fella still
Buck.
does some work at his house.
I
That's your
remember
old
a
friend.
buck, yeah.
You play.
Yeah, my human fall flat
why
partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure you can't fix it here?
Listen here. Man's told you, we can't help. Harry'll
Doc.
do a little patch job on the engine. That'll get you as far as Bill's house. But if you try to get back on the highway, you're looking at a catastrophic engine failure.
Come on,
Harry.
Buck, please.
Now,
Gotcha, boss.
No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. He's looking at you like you're crazy. I mean, you could try, see if he'll take it. It's like I gotta text my dad.
Alright. I can't text Dad. Wait, what are we supposed to be doing right now? What are we supposed to be doing right now?
Waiting for him to fix. Look, he's fixing
Oh,
it.
right. Oh, looks good now.
I'm not driving.
All right. This guy's walking up to
He's
us.
coming up on us.
Well, looks like Harry's done. Take a left out the lot, head down the road to your first right. Can't miss
First right.
Bill's house. Now, y'all best get in the car and go. We're all done here, looks like.
All right. Left out of the lot. What do you say? The first
Yeah,
right?
looking good. You're driving. I had no brain power into that one.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just
I think this is Bill's house. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You think it's through here?
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, not again. Not again, dude. Oh,
Music
fuck. I'm just holding it. I think we'll get out.
Yeah, just hold it. Just let it fucking rip. Alright, so...
I mean, it's not here, is it? It looks like we can go in there, but... He said left out of the lot and then take a right, but I don't know where we take the right.
Wait, let's get out.
Is it in here? Oh no, we can't go here. Yeah, no, I think we just gotta keep going.
Alright. Have you ever been lost like this?
No. I feel like it's so, like, impossible to get lost these days with phones, you know?
Okay, we're zooming. And we're off.
Can we GPS to Bill's house? I'm gonna take that as no.
No, wait. No, there isn't.
Okay. I think it might be to the right here. There's like a light here.
Okay, looks good.
Yeah, this looks promising.
Music is playing.
Oh,
Okay,
not
perfect,
again.
Perfect.
Oh, the radio doesn't work right now.
Okay, my dad is.
I feel like, I think this, wait, what's going on? Hear that music?
I don't like the music. I don't like the music one bit. Let's get out.
Where? I think I'm gonna get out. I think
somewhere nice and
I
dark.
think I saw something in the window over there. Need to go check it out.
Wait for me. Marcus, I don't want you going off by yourself, Mark.
The morning star sees the lies you spread, and his wrath will find you in the end. And I will be the instrument of his wrath myself if you don't get off my porch.
Whoa, I think you got the wrong idea.
You're not from the new temple.
New temple?
The guy from the gas station sent us here to talk to one of his friends.
Well then, what do you want?
We're looking for a mechanic. We're having some trouble with our car.
Billy boy! Someone's
Billy
meeting
boy.
you at the door.
It's gonna be like Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. Billy boy!
Billy boy!
Billy boy!
Billy boy!
Hey, Charlotte.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
must be the ones Buck warned me about. Yeah, he called. Said some folks were stranded and heading my way. I'm guessing that'd be you.
That's us.
Yes, sir. Buck sent us your way. The man at the station told us it was probably a coolant leak, then backed out and wouldn't fix it. Could you please take a look, sir?
I mean, he's really looking at it.
Damn thing ain't made to haul a trailer. Engine's hot as hell. If you're lucky, you've got a coolant leak. If you ain't, it's a blown head gasket and your oil's turning into soup. Either way, nothing we can fix tonight.
Can we stay with
Would you
you?
mind at least giving it a look?
I've been fixing engines longer than y'all been alive. I know what I'm looking at. I can take a look in the morning.
Like that.
Please.
The hell do we do
What
now?
are we gonna do till morning?
I ain't running a motel here.
Stop
Now
beating
you're
his
welcome to
ass
sleep in your car out here if you want.
I don't think it's
hush,
working.
Bill. They ain't sleeping in no car. The high power
Charlotte?
wouldn't have sent you here if we weren't meant to take care of you.
I can't go
You're
inside.
right where you ought to be. Right when you ought to be. Miss Julia's got rooms open at her bed and breakfast. She'll take you in.
Miss Julia? Who's that?
What was that?
Miss Julia? She's just a sweet old lady who runs a bed and breakfast up the hill.
Sounds nice.
Takes in needy folks like
It does.
yourself. Always has. Travelers, workers.
Have you ever stayed at a
and
motel?
people who get stranded. Just like y'all. The great
once,
one
but I would
sends
never,
people
ever do it
her
again.
way when they need to rest.
Is it like walking
I watched too many
distance?
horror stories.
Actually, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if this car should even move anymore. Your friend Buck told us it'd be a catastrophic engine failure.
You won't be needing your car to get there.
Uh-oh, there was a load
Take
screen. That
this
means
little
bad
trail
shit's
behind
coming.
the house. It winds up the hill and leads straight to her parsonage. We'll let her know of your arrival. She'll be
Okay.
waiting with a warm room.
Ooh.
No.
Keep to the
no,
trail. No
no,
exceptions.
No.
no.
Don't step off it. Not even once. You won't like what happens if you do.
Oh, Bill, stop scaring them. You'll be fine if you just follow the path. Miss Julia's had folks walk it plenty of times.
It's a straight shot. You'll know it when you reach there.
Why don't you lend Miss Julia's guests a flashlight for the night? No sense sending them up in
no.
the dark.
Fine. Hold on.
Oh, that was nice. Have you seen
Have you ever
Obsession?
watched this?
Were we just gonna say the
That's what I
same
was-
thing?
That's what I was saying. No.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
No. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I loved it.
Here. Battery's good. Don't drop it.
Oh,
All right,
Going-
that's enough for tonight. Trail's back there, goes
Nice.
right up the hill.
I'll lead the way, buddy.
Don't waste time.
I'll be the first to die for you.
Did you?
Come
you
on
ever
now,
watch-
Charlotte. We're missing our program. You folks better get moving.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Have you ever watched Mr. Nightmare?
No, I don't think so.
We're not going up there.
What else
What
are
is,
we?
is it a
Marcus,
movie?
Look at this place. Look
Marcus.
at all of this.
It's just a trail that leads to a bed and breakfast.
No, I would
That we've
say
never heard
fuck
of
this.
in a town we've never heard of.
And what's the alternative, huh? Sleep in the car?
Maybe. Yeah, Maybe
Like,
that's
I
better.
feel like maybe we should sleep in the car,
Listen,
but
the lady said,
I don't know that lady. I don't know Bill. I don't know that Harry.
Yeah,
I
Tessa's
don't know
got it
any
right.
of these people, and neither do you. These people are fucking weird. Don't you see it, Marcus?
Marcus,
it's a
keep your
small
head
town,
shake.
Boo. People are different out here.
boo.
You're seriously fine with this? Two strangers we just met, pointing us down a dark trail, and you're fine with that.
I'm not fine with it.
This
I just don't
this is
see
the
it.
wrong way.
Ah.
Fuck.
There's always another option.
I was trusting
You
you.
just never-
leading the
I-
way.
Well, they said it was like
what
behind
is
their house,
that
I thought.
supposed to mean?
It means
No,
you just
no.
decide and expect everyone to come. That's what you do.
Everyone? Hold on. Is this about last night again? You've been carrying this all day.
We forgot something.
The job, the apartment, your studio, all of it. It was always
Oh.
I got this job.
Yeah, right.
I found
Okay.
this place. I'm moving to Washington.
Let's go.
Grab your suitcase.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
You talked about it like I was even
I guess
there.
we can't
like,
take that
this
one.
was something you were doing, and I just happened to be coming along.
Weird.
I just,
Did you hear that?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't want to feel like I'm along for the
No.
ride. That's.
I didn't even realize that it was such a big deal. I thought everyone was laughing, and so were you.
Oh,
Listen,
wait, should we do
You're not
more?
along for the
Should we
ride.
do it?
Stop making
it.
decisions like I am.
Let's
I
do
hear
it.
you, okay? I hear you. But right now, we need to make a decision together. So I'm asking you, I'm not telling you, what do you want to do?
Get the suitcase.
You knock on that door one more time and you'll regret it. Get off my property!
Oh, wait.
No.
Yeah. Thought maybe it'd like kill us or something. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, this is like nightmare scenario for me. I would, after all the horror stories I've watched on YouTube, I would not camp or do any of this fucking shit ever. I'm staying close to the city from now to the end of time.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Your car's broken and you're... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I ain't getting into that car. That's the first problem. Unless you're driving, then I'd go.
Aw, thanks, bud.
Who's the better driver, you or Larksa?
Larksa doesn't drive.
Is he still licenseless?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wants to get one. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, though.
No, don't. No, don't leave me behind. Wait.
Alright, that's... What's that? You hear that? I think I hear something.
Sounds like a great bed and breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
Are these what your 2 days off a year are like?
Yeah.
Hey. I'm sorry about last night. I didn't think about how that sounded.
It's all good. I'm not mad.
Is that a pig?
I have no clue. I'm scared, Marcus.
Oh.
Marcus,
Did you see that?
Marcus, I don't know about this.
We'll be fine. Oh. Kind of curious what happens if we go off the path. Oh, is this it?
Oh. It's a real bed and breakfast. Stop the car! Stop the car!
Oh, damn.
Clean beds, hot meals, and no vacancy elsewhere.
Hmm.
Oh, look, come back. Look above the stay.
Do not. Oh my god.
Something went on here. I've always wanted to run a bed and breakfast.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I was quoting someone.
Okay.
I was quoting Jack Baker.
Oh.
Oh, you got a text.
I was trying to extend, but it doesn't let me. I wonder if there's a way to, like, clip inside.
Here, give me a push.
I can't actually...
Spam?
Can't jump.
Expecting you two. Charlotte called ahead. Such a sweet woman, isn't she?
Hi, Granny.
You poor things. Car giving you trouble on a night like this? Come in. You must be exhausted. Mercy. Now, are you too hungry? You look like you haven't eaten.
No, we're okay, actually. Thank you.
I'm Miss Julia, by the way. I don't think Charlotte mentioned.
Marcus, this is Tessa.
She seems nice.
Tessa, what
Yeah.
a lovely name.
I'm not buying
You're
it.
going to feel right at home here, my dear.
She's gonna toss one of us in the oven.
This house is beautiful. You must be
Uh-oh,
a
Tessa's
busy landlady.
being too trusting.
Oh, bless your heart. She is marvelous, isn't she? Old homes like this care for you if you care for them. And please, I'm an innkeeper, dear. Landlady is just so crude. This used to be a parsonage for the pastor and his family, who preached at the old
What is she
scratch
doing?
temple behind the house. After they moved out, the congregation decided to turn it into a bed and breakfast to help the church coffers. Chose me to run it. Keeps a roof over my head and helps the old temple at the same time. You'll hear most of the locals talk about the temple, but mind you, there are two here in our little town. Some of the younger folks split away and started New Scratch Temple up the hill. But we don't worship the same as the young. They call it progress, but I call it forgetting the better ways.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Oh, heavens, no. Could you imagine me here all alone? I've got a few hired hands. Folks from the church also check in.
How much do we owe you for the room?
Depends on how long you'll be staying.
Only one night. Your friend Bill said he can fix the car in the morning.
For the night, it's 9 to 5. Breakfast included, of course. But don't you worry about that now, sweetheart. We'll square away payment in the morning.
Okay.
Alright, take us to our damn room, lady.
Sorry, could we get to our room, please? We're both really tired.
Oh, of course you are. Must have been a long night. I forget myself sometimes, but I do love to chat. Okay, now, have a seat, sweetheart. Make yourself comfortable. I'll go check on your room and be right back.
Excuse me. Is there a restroom I could use?
Yeah, it's in the back, by the kitchen.
I appreciate it.
Alright,
What do I look
I'm gonna
like?
go shit.
What do I look like?
Wait, what do you look like?
Wait, am I all twisted or no?
No. Damn, look at the aim.
The morning star, flashing. Notice how road's been busier than it's been in ages?
Double wash.
Showing up tonight. I heard why.
Huh?
Essa? I wish I could take pictures to send. What you doing?
I was taking a shit, but I didn't finish.
Sorry to keep you waiting, my dears. Your room's all ready now, and I think you're going to love it. I went ahead and put you in our majestic suite. But before I take you up, I'd love to show you the parsonage, the grand tour, if you will. It will give you a deeper respect for this majestic house.
Oh, actually...
This is our parson's study. Everything here belonged to someone who lived, worked, or prayed under our roof. These books were collected over generations. Most of them are out of print. We got history older than anything, my dears. Feel free to browse the shelves if you'd like a good read.
This is the toilet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, go in there.
Holy fuck!
This place is old, and that includes the pipes. Best not to drink from the taps. The water cooler's safe. Well then, pardon me.
I'm not drinking that.
No, stop.
Oh, you're
This way.
fucked, bud.
No,
You're fucked,
I
bud.
didn't want to fucking take a goddamn drink.
Oh, and
It's
this
over
one
for you.
stays
I didn't want to
closed.
drink.
It's staff only down
I
there.
didn't want a goddamn drink.
You can drink the toilet. Going upstairs, bud. There's a toilet right here.
Not needed.
Have you seen Marcus?
Marcus?
Yeah, old guy on the way. Marcus left the seat up, Granny. I almost fell in.
This is our majestic suite. I hope it's to your liking. The heat's already set to a comfortable temperature, so you shouldn't feel a chill tonight. The staff put in extra effort this evening to prepare for your arrival, so I hope everything meets your expectations.
Damn, look at this painting. An eye.
Oh, and if you need
Dude's
anything
baked.
at all, press
Damn.
0 on the telephone. Though we ask boarders to reserve
was
late
that-
night calls for emergencies only.
What?
Was that you when they showed the Dust Bloods trailer with no release date?
Yeah, that 10 seconds of gameplay footage. Or not gameplay footage.
Right, yeah. We'll call if we need to.
Of course, sweetheart. Well then, my dears, I'll leave you two to it. Make yourselves at
Toot
home.
toot.
She's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's behave ourselves.
Oh, we're fucking,
Notice
girl.
any rings, so we made sure there are separate beds for each of you. Folks at Old
we're
Scratch
fucking.
Temple like to
Get
make
outta
sure
here.
people keep themselves pure.
No.
I'm sure you understand.
Don't worry, we'll keep it as pure as.
Well, good then.
We are
Oh,
banging.
sorry.
That's all the
Do you
best.
mind if we get the room key?
Fucking leave
Oh,
us alone,
sweetie.
lady.
I'm afraid a house this old doesn't have keys for each room. Just so you know, the door locks itself. But if you both get locked out, we'd need to come by with the skeleton key. We do charge $20 for the trip. Happens
No.
more than you'd think. So figured I'd mention the charge.
Can we get the skeleton key then?
My word, I can't give you the skeleton key. It unlocks every door in the house.
Damn, your eyes are so nice.
Not that you two would go
Yeah.
sleeping, but you can never be too careful.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, we're just crashing for a few hours.
That reminds me, before you two turn in, would one of you be so kind to step downstairs and sign the guest book? Everyone has to. It's a tradition, you know. You kids don't seem like the kind who would break a fine old tradition.
hell is wrong with you?
There is nothing wrong with it. People do not need to know.
Everyone will know. You're on television.
Whoa, wait. Like, TV television?
I think I need a bath. I feel disgusting after that hike.
Yeah. I'll go after you.
I thought these people came here to help my restaurant out, not make fun of it.
They told me to brush my teeth.
Such a shame. Leslie, where's the order for table 3?
What?
Leslie, wake up!
Dear Lord, this kitchen is absolute shit. What the hell?
Leslie, take your hand off the flame. It's on fire.
Why?
Is that a bottle of tequila?
Son, I thought you were done with the drink.
4 cheeseburgers.
You really shouldn't have alcohol that close to the grill.
That concludes our episode of Kitchen Frights. Tune in next time when Sheldon Ramses visits a local fish factory in Houston, Texas, where the fish have taken over the factory.
Holy shit. The Rory No-Bitch Show.
All right.
Let me in.
Welcome back to the Rory No Bitch Show. For those just tuning in,
I bet you can't find me.
and today's episode has been a wild one with no signs of slowing down. Let's introduce our next guest, Elijah.
Do I just walk out here? Okay, I'm coming.
I'm in the bath.
And unlock the door.
Take your time, buddy.
I need Beth.
Oh, I've never done anything. I'm so
Are you cooker cow clicking in the toilet in the bath?
No, I'm soaking.
Oh.
Elijah is here because 10 days ago his son, Elijah Jr., requested a DNA test, claiming that there was no way Elijah could be his real dad. Elijah, how did this make you feel?
Honestly, Rory, it hurt my ding-dong feelings is what it did. I've spent years raising Elijah Jr., and this seems like it came clear out of left field.
Hi, sorry to bother you, ma'am. My girlfriend's in the bathroom and there doesn't seem to be any towels in there, so...
I see. Bobby must have forgotten again. That boy.
I was wondering if someone could bring some up.
Oh.
What is that shadow?
The staff's called it a night, I'm afraid. They've had a long night already, my dear. I'd hate to wake them for anything short of an emergency.
Right, I understand.
Once I do,
Missing towel wouldn't qualify.
whack ass in my mama's house ever again.
I don't get why he's acting this way. Superheroes are in right now, you know?
Yeah, they sure are. Anyway,
I understand, but my girlfriend's already in the bath.
If it's something you need right now, you'll have to help yourself. All the laundry for the parsonage and church is kept in the basement of the temple, just out back.
The church?
Yes, if you head out through the back door
What
to the
the-
church and go down to the basement, you'll find clean towels folded on the rack. That's where all the laundry is done. Well then, if you'll excuse me, it's getting late. Good night.
Hey, so I'm going outside into the temple. I'm gonna get your towels. I'll be right back.
he's a popular rapper, actor,
Yeah, alright.
streamer.
Ooh, can you hear me?
Yeah?
I gotta go downstairs to grab towels. I'll be right back.
Wait, I'm fucking naked and...
She said everyone's asleep. It's the only option.
Just... Don't worry about it.
Oh, air dry. Fuck
It's
it.
fine, I got it. Just give me 2 minutes.
Oh my god.
Please.
All right.
Oh my god. Dude, I'll air
Stay in the bath. Let's stay in the bath. You need your towels.
He's my bully. Speaking of which, pay up, bitch.
And it's unlocked. We're leaving it unlocked too. I can't even go back in. Alright, fuck it. Let's go die. It auto locks? Ah, yes, of course. She said it. You know, I might have missed that. My bad. My bad. Alright. Do not enter. Where'd they say it was in the church? Well, let's get these towels, shall we? Any lights in here? I kind of should have grabbed the flashlight. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a flash. What? Oh no. Bruh. How do we get out of here? Oh god. Oh. I tried to bring the shovel. You can't grab anything.
Hello? Anybody there?
Am I going backwards? No.
What the? Anybody there? So, what should we do? The church?
Well then, if you'll excuse me, it's getting late.
Oh.
The hell were you doing down there?
What was I doing down there? Maybe fix your doors before blaming me. I was stuck getting the towels. Had to make my way out, okay?
What's up, fuckface? Hey, get...
Marcus!
I'm coming! I got your towels.
Wait, am I naked?
No. How are you naked?
Oh my god. Are
You
you
have all
okay?
your clothes on.
Yeah. Why?
You texted me.
Oh yeah, the signal down there is terrible. I thought the door was jammed for a second. It opened with a little bit of effort. I mean, you do see these biceps.
So, did you find the towels?
Yeah, let me put them in the bathroom.
What? I don't understand. You're not even... Oh, there you go. Is it my turn to shower?
Boo. A guy came up here while you were gone.
Who came up?
I don't know, one of the
Excuse me.
workers or something. And he just... he just kept knocking.
Did you open the door?
What? Of course not.
Good.
It was fucking weird, Boo. Miss Julia said that everyone was asleep.
Boo.
Oh, man.
What?
I forgot to sign the guest book she asked for.
No,
She
no,
said
no, no.
It's by the entrance, right?
Boo, don't go
Yeah,
without
on
me,
her
Boo.
desk.
Okay, okay.
Boo.
I'll go sign it real quick. I gotta grab some water too. I think my throat's acting up.
Boo,
You
boo.
catching a cold again? I can go get it.
No, it's okay. I just need some water.
I'll go. You just got out of the bath.
Marcus, just go fresh
Boo. Boo.
That cough's
sure?
not sound very good, buddy.
Got it.
Okay, my baby.
Listen, my baby. I gotta go. I'll go sign the thing, my baby.
I was inside you somehow. Oh, wait, how did that happen?
It's called a relationship, bro. Get used to it.
Oh, can I take a bath? Hmm. Oh yeah, you could see the church. Oh, this is a nice bath. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom. You know what? I'll be right back. This bath was less exciting than you expected. What? You want some caca? How do I get up? I hear a fly. I can't go out.
See Elijah's whack ass in my mama's house ever again. I don't get why he's acting this way. Superheroes are in right now, you know? Yeah, they sure are. Anyway, let's not wait any longer. Let's bring out EJ!
You'll lock yourself out. True.
Shut up! Shut up! SMD! Whatever. EJ, thanks for being here today. Now, we heard your explanation, but there has to be a reason beyond that for not wanting Elijah to be your dad. Rory, it's a million reasons. Look at that nerd. He's embarrassing. You know who my friend's dad is? Rodney Iconic. Damn! I'm sorry. Who? Rodney Iconic. He's a popular
Let's get a
rapper,
better...
actor, athlete, streamer.
screamer.
See? This is exactly what
You're
I
even
mean.
coughing in the show.
Anything about the world except how to be a disappointment. There's no way we're related. I mean, Rory, what kind of 34-year-old man still gets bullied for his lunch money? Elijah, is this true?
Yes, Rory. But what he's not sharing is that he's my bully.
Speaking of which, pay up, bitch. Okay, that's it. I've heard enough. We're gonna get to the bottom of this here and now. When it comes to the offspring of 34-year-old swagless nerd Elijah... Sorry, Elijah.
Okay.
EJ. You are his son! What? No!
Yeah! Woohoo! I told you he was my son.
Wait a minute, they're not results. That's just a photo of me.
Actually, son, that's a picture of me when I was your age. Back then, I was all that and a bag of chips, as we said.
Wait, so you used to look like that, and now you look like this? Does that mean?
Yep. It'll happen to you too, son.
Jesus Christ. I was done bathing. I don't think I can go out the window. I think it's just meant you can, like, look out it.
No, thank you. Oh, shoot. I was at the wrong room. Hey, don't close the door. Don't close the door. Oh, I can't go back out. All right, well.
So what happened down there? Everything all right? Fuck? Oh, you're under the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, dude, the fucking granny came out, scared the fuck out of me, and was hostile and not hospitable.
She, like, attack you?
Well, she was, with her words, yes. I got verbally assaulted slightly, but...
See.
You don't care about anything. You never care about what I talk about. you just...
You were gone a while.
Miss Julia stopped me downstairs. She knew you went into the basement, Marcus. Someone saw you coming up.
I think I locked the window.
Okay.
Okay? That's all you have to say.
What do you want me to say?
Just why? Because I stood there and covered for you, and I don't even know what I'm covering for.
Like a demon
There was a
popping
tunnel,
out from
okay?
under the bed.
This one was connected to the church basement. I got locked in there and ended up coming back through the wrong side.
A tunnel? Between the church and this house?
Marcus, tell
me. But why?
I don't know. I didn't build it. It's an old building. These places have...
How did you even get locked in there in the first place?
I don't know. The basement door just locked behind me on the way up. I didn't even hear it.
It's a good pillow.
Weird. And what's also weird is you didn't think to tell me any of this.
Okay, okay. I just didn't want to freak you out for no reason, all right?
You keep doing that.
What?
Stop making decisions for the two of us.
Are you serious right now? What did you want me
Would
to
you
do?
like to sleep in the suitcase?
Come back up here and tell
Hey,
you
what
about
the-
a secret tunnel so you could lose it? With no car? You've already been on the edge for no reason this whole time. Maybe stop reading into things and just let me handle it tonight.
Babe, I don't know about our communication skills.
Sure.
Boo.
You handle it.
Hey, come on now.
This is
I'm
called
going to bed.
resentment. Resentment is one of the #1 relationship killers. We need to
Damn.
solve this right now.
All right. I'm going to bed.
Okay. All right. I love you, boo. Good night.
Tomorrow, I guess.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Hello? I can't fucking. I think I'm dreaming.
Boo, are you up? Boo. Boo.
What am I doing?
Boo, I'll be right back, boo.
Does Bach need to wake me up? What the f- I'm coming. Hello?
What up? My name is EJ.
Can I just leave? Or maybe I should hide. Okay, when I unlock the door, it alerts the guys, so I don't... Yeah, sorry, that's some, like, nun massacre audio right there. Maybe I need to hide and wait for him to, like, leave. I don't understand. He's just camping. He's camping the bed, bro. Maybe we go. Okay, yeah, he instantly noticed us, so I don't think we're supposed to hide under the bed, but I guess maybe I should have waited a bit longer, but it seems like he just instantly notices you when you, like, get out, so. I don't know, I'm kind of confused what I'm supposed to do right now. I don't think you can lock the door. Dude, I don't... Leave the door open while you hide? Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of... Bro, I don't fucking get it! I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how Balk can save me, though.
Sis! Marcus? Marcus, open the door! Marcus!
Open the door. Boo, I need to tell you something.
Boo, Boo, open the door, Boo! Boo! Boo, open the door! Boo! Boo!
We need to go. Right now.
Oh, there you
are.
Get out. Go, go, go.
No.
Where are we going?
We gotta go. We gotta go, go, go.
Front door? Front door?
We gotta go, go, go. Wait, my luggage. Go back.
Okay, yeah. Let's get your suitcase.
Where the fuck did you put it?
I got it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, this way, this way!
Oh, God!
Go to the basement, go! Wait, we need the flashlight. Marcus was not a light sleeper.
Right
we need the
now.
flashlight. We need the
All right, I
flashlight.
think it's in the
Where is it?
bathroom.
Go, go,
It
go.
was. Where'd it
Go,
go?
go, go. Get out. Go, go, go. Wait, do you think we can go or no?
Boo!
We need to go. Right now.
What?
Get out. Go, go, go.
Boop. Boop. We need to go. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Okay, are we going out of the basement or what? Wait,
Oh.
wait, look.
There's probably a guy in there. Oh.
All right, to the base. Run! To the basement, to the basement! This way! This way! Here? Where are you?
I'm right here, dude! To go!
We need to go. Right now.
What?
Get out. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
I'm going.
Go, go, go. Go, we just lock it.
I can't fuck.
Wake up! Dear Lord.
Hey, I'm watching
this
TV.
kitchen is absolute
Get the fuck
shit.
out of here.
What the hell?
Leslie, take your hand off the
We
flame.
need
It's
to
on
go.
fire.
Right now.
What?
Get out. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Okay, go, go. Go.
I'm going.
Boo! Boo!
Get in, get in, get in, get in.
They came this way!
Down here.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I thought we had to go.
Right now. Get out. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Go, go!
Go. I guess we just wait.
Yeah.
Signs of slowing down. Let's introduce our next guest, Elijah.
Elijah.
We need to go. Right now.
My bad.
Get out. Go, go, go.
Go. Go, go, go. No, no,
No, no.
We need to work on that time save.
They came this way!
Down here. front door, to the front door, to the front door. Right? There!
We're going.
Go, go, go!
Where?
It's this way, it's this way.
Oh. We're safe. Maybe.
Go. No. Watch out, there's a guy right there. Get down.
You kill him.
Do you remember his name?
Hey, John.
Wait.
What's the commotion?
Said they bolted into the woods.
Poor faces.
Asked me to keep watch here in the middle of the damn night. Because those two boys of yours couldn't keep it straight.
Let them run. They won't get far.
Hope you are right. This could turn into a problem if we don't find them.
We gotta steal their car.
Yeah. Coming! Heard we already lost one earlier. Wandered in himself. One report might slide. Two?
It's Julia again.
I said I'm coming!
Oh, wait.
Likely won't be the last. I'll handle it.
Watch out. Watch out, what do you think he's coming? He's
racing.
He's chilling.
He's camping.
Right. Okay, I think this is it. We go. Steal their car. Wait, they might have fixed our car. What if they fixed our car?
Go! Ah, fuck.
Trailer's too heavy.
Well, spoilers.
True. We have to wait for this whole thing again.
I'm going around this way.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Never mind.
No.
Okay, wait. So you drive, I'll unhook the thing.
Okay. Come with me. Watch this. It's the speedrun strat.
Oh, nice.
Dude, this guy has night vision. What, you want to go for the speedrun strat again?
I don't know about that. So.
Okay.
I think. No, over here. We gotta do it first.
I said I'm coming!
Ain't the first time. Likely won't be the last. I'll handle it.
Wait, come back out here. I'll get the trailer. You open my door for me.
Okay.
And open your door and drive. Okay, just wait. When you hear that sound effect, we go. When you hear the sound effect, we just run. Drive.
Ah,
Go! Go!
I'm going! I'm going! I don't know I'm going! Dude, why the fuck is it so slow? The car was barely moving. You unhooked the trailer, right?
Yeah, I did.
That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was holding W, but we were like barely moving at all. It's not stick though. I know how to drive stick anyways, but I don't think this game has in-depth mechanics.
Here.
You can try to drive.
I will drive.
Okay.
I'll drive. Fuck, we're same strat. Same strat, except you unhook it.
Ah.
Go! Faster!
He's right there. He's right there.
Why is our car so bad?
He's right there. Maybe we have. I don't know.
Do we have to
Maybe
hide
wait for him
somewhere?
to go really far away. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we have to hide.
I like how you say it's so painful, but that, dude, our idea isn't even bad. It said we decided to hide in the trailer. Well, I don't.
We could hide in the
I
trailer.
did miss that. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do.
We decided to hide in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, lock in. We decided to hide in the trailer.
Hey. I know this isn't the right time. But I love you. God, I love you so much.
I love you! I love you! I love you!
I can't believe you didn't say it.
I was playing cow clicker.
No, I like laughed. The algorithm thanks.
Oh. Okay, same strat.
Yeah.
But we're gonna lock in, and I'm gonna say it back this time too. Unrequited love is the worst.
First time, life won't be the last. I'll handle it.
Hey. I know this isn't the right time. But I love you. God, I love you so much. I should have said it a million times. I really should have. I dragged you into this.
Not right now. I love you too. So much.
Fuck! Fuck!
Oh.
Get in here a second.
What's the problem?
She's asking for you. Get in here.
Huh?
He's leaving.
You unhook it. Unhook it. Okay. Unhook it. Unhook it.
Oh my god, the car can move! Go!
Let's fucking go! Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Watch.
Oh, we were scared that these people were going to follow us. We called the cops and we were rescued to the station. 2 officers went back to the area immediately. I like how the radio's playing in this now. Didn't find anything incriminating, was all we heard back in the morning. At first it drove me insane, but Tess insisted it was not worth pressing on, as nobody called us crazy. Sheriff actually seemed to kind of believe us, which managed to creep her out even more. As far as I know, these monsters are still out there in the world. Whatever they wanted, it wasn't just money. They wrote this story. I'm well aware of these stupid choices I made along the way. I'm just so thankful we are both here to tell it. We did it, buddy!
Yeah! That was really fun. I loved that.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. The chase, some of the chase sections were a little confusing to figure out, but yeah, it was really, that was fun.
Yeah. Ape it, Ryan!
I wasn't sure how I felt about the co-op, but I think it made it pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was like this is one of the better co-op horror games I've played.
Yeah,
that
for
isn't,
sure.
Like a story-based one. I like the characters too. I think the relationship was fun. It was like semi-believable.
Yeah. Oh,
Where
buddy.
are we driving to now?
Driving back to the main menu.
Well, G Jizzles, that was awesome, dude. That was really, really fun.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for playing, man. Yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, good luck with the rest of your
enjoy
stream,
your
bud.
night.
Yeah, take it easy, bud.
See you later. See ya.
All right, chat. That was a really fun game, actually. That was a good time.